Hi, I'm Paxton, and I'll be your tour guide today. Behind me, we have Pearson Hall. This is one of our freshman dorms on campus. Today, I'll be showing you dorm rooms. Come inside. The only way to get into campus is if you have an ID card, so you'll have to swipe into all the dorms. And then over here, we have an intercom system. So through every dorm, we have these dial buttons within the dorm rooms and then outside. So say you're visiting somebody, you don't live here, you would dial their room number, and then you can actually call their room, and they can unlock the doors to the dorm through the intercom system, and you can talk to them. They can see you through a camera, and they can unlock the doors for you, so they don't have to leave the room. It's really nice to have. So right here, we just have our main lobby. Every floor has a lobby. In the lobbies, we just have TVs and stuff. You can watch movies, play video games. You can hang out with friends, do homework, play card games. It's just a nice little hangout area to have. And then right here, this is what we call our RA office. So every single night, there will be an RA in the office. They're just there for your needs if you have any issues with toilets or sinks or anything being clogged. They'll always be in there for your help. If you have questions about anything, you can always come see an RA here. And then over here, we have mailboxes. Every student has a mailbox. They are really small. The only thing they can fit is card-sized items. Throughout campus, you'll see our mail room when you go on your actual tour later on, and that will be in one of our other buildings where you'll receive bigger packages. All right, so here's the laundry room. So in the laundry room, you don't have to save quarters or use quarters. I know it says 25 cents, but it is included with living on campus. And then there's one on every floor and every side of floor, so there's 2 on every floor in Pearson. So every student has keys to their dorm. And then as you come in, you will see our intercom system right here that I talked about in the entranceway. So this is where you would unlock the door for visitors, talk to them. And then one really nice thing about it is there is a security guard button right there. So if you were to have somebody calling your room constantly at 5 o'clock in the morning because some student forgot their keys, you could actually press the security guard button and it will lock them in that little box that we entered to into the dorm. It'll lock both the outside doors and the inside doors and call security. So it also has a nice safety measure within your room. You don't even have to leave your room for that. So it's really nice. And then as we enter in this way, you'll see this is the half of our room looks like. So there's this, and then on the other side of the suite, there's a mirrored room that looks exactly like this. The desk, the dressers, and the closets, and all of the drawers and stuff all come with. You can decorate it any way you'd like, and then mini fridges, TVs, anything like that you would bring here. And then through here we have our bathroom. So then as we come into the bathroom, you'll see that this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then as you come through, there's one shower shared between the 2 rooms, and then this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then there's the mirrored room right here. So then they share a little common space out there, and then this is the exact same stuff, and it's all the same. Here we have Calflush. This is our other freshman dorm on campus. It is across the street from main campus. We'll be showing another freshman dorm, the laundry room, and then the hangout lobby area. Come on in. So same thing as Pearson. To get into the dorms, you have to have a swipe card that unlocks and lets you in. All right, and then we have the same intercom system as we do in Pearson, and it runs throughout all of the dorms. And then in here is the lobby area where all the students hang out. We have a TV so people can hook up Xboxes or anything like that, DVD players, you can watch movies. I know RAs put on a bunch of activities down here. They do movie nights with hot chocolate during the winter. We've done pumpkin carving, and we watch a Halloween movie, and so that's all done down here. And then it's the same thing over here. You can do some studying, you can hang out with friends, you can eat dinner if you want, and like I said, you can hang out with your RA, hang out with your friends, do homework, but follow me to the next part. So same thing as Pearson, every student has keys to their dorm. So when you first walk in, it's different than Pearson where there's no 2 mirrored room. It's just one room with 2 students. The shelves, the desk, the drawers, all of the the beds and stuff all come with. And then over here, it's the same for Pearson and Calflush. You can control the air condition and the heat for the room, not the entire dorm, which is so nice because then it's between you and your roommate, not through hundreds of people in one building. And then as we walk over here, you'll see that the sink is outside of the bathroom, which is so nice because obviously if your roommate's showering, you don't have to worry about not being able to brush your teeth or even use the sink or get a drink of water or anything like that. And then as we walk over here, you'll see only 2 roommates to 1 bathroom. And then the shelving space. And then instead of Pearson where they have closets, you would have this whole shelving space and hanger area. And then same thing as Pearson, we have the intercom system over here where you can press the security guard button, you can talk to them, and then see them through the camera. Cab Flush also has mailboxes. They're the same size. They fit card-sized items. And again, if you have any bigger packages, we do have a mailroom on campus. So then through here, this is the laundry room. The difference between Pearson and Cab Flush is Cab Flush, there's only 1 in the whole building and it's on the first floor, whereas Pearson has them on every floor. But it is the same as they are included with living here, so you don't have to use quarters. It's free to the students. And that concludes the tour. Thanks for coming with. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to your counselor. Hope to see you around campus. Go Warriors!
And we welcome you back to the Schaefer Center for our second match of the day in this triangular between Indiana Tech, Northwestern Ohio, and Fisk University as the Bulldogs come in at 17-12 on the year. Our first serve going to be just past 2:35 today. We should be right about 2:37, 2:38 to get ready to go between Fisk and Northwestern Ohio today. The Racers coming in at 14-13 on the year after falling in 4 sets to Indiana Tech the last time around. And that match we just saw earlier this afternoon. And for Fisk, their first match of the day. Again, coming in at 17-12 on the year. But the Bulldogs are unbeaten in the HBCU AC, the HBCU Athletic Conference, renamed from the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference for the past, I think, 40 years or so. The GCAC has existed, and the GCAC still existing, but just with a new name in the HBCU Athletic Conference, which is in its first year under the new name this season. Jessica Enderle is the head coach of Fisk University, and this Bulldogs group, again, at 17-12 on the season, a perfect 10-0 in their conference over the course of this season so far. That puts them at 7-12 in non-conference play on the year. But still, when you're consistently winning matches in your conference and then you step outside to non-conference play, you still feel like you've got a good thing going and you found your groove if you're Fisk here this season. And hopefully for the Bulldogs, we're going to see a group come out ready to play from the start today, because that's exactly what Northwestern Ohio did in the first set against Indiana Tech. And then the Warriors found their groove, sets 2, 3, and 4, and really dominated to finish off that match, helping Indiana Tech improve to 9-1 in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference on the season. We are just a couple of minutes away. There's the whistle. I was going to say we were scheduled right for about 2:35. We're just a couple minutes away now from starting introductions. We will not have the national anthem. We did that before the first match, so we'll just get the starters for both Fisk and Northwestern Ohio, and then we'll get things started. There's the buzzer, and here we go. Racers taking on the Bulldogs in our second match of the day. If Northwestern Ohio is victorious here, that means Indiana Tech can win this triangular with a win over Fisk. If Fisk is victorious, then the match between Fisk and Indiana Tech will be to win this triangular here on a Saturday afternoon in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Just outside of downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana, here at the Schaefer Center. Let's turn it over now to our public address announcer as we get ready to meet the starters for both Northwestern Ohio and Fisk. And this matchup between two teams, both searching for what could be a big win to try and propel you in the right direction for the rest of the regular season. Hard to believe, but the regular season is almost in the rear view mirror. Just a couple of weeks still to go in this regular season. We are officially a month away from the start of the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference postseason tournament. Here's our public address announcer getting you ready for this match between Fisk and Northwestern Ohio with your starting rotations.
We're thrilled to join forces with the Side Out Foundation's Big Pink Initiative. We're calling on you to help us give people living with cancer pathway tomorrows. Your support will fuel a groundbreaking research program focused on patients battling metastatic breast cancer, the most challenging form of the disease and tragically, the area that receives the least research funding. By participating, you're not just raising money, you're giving hope to those who need it most. Together, we can serve up a powerful message. No one fights alone. Ready to dig deep and make a real impact? Let's rally together and show cancer it's met its match. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Schaefer Center at Indiana Tech for match number 2 of today's tri-match between Fisk University and the University of Northwestern Ohio. Now, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Fisk Bulldogs, a sophomore outside hitter from Franklin, Tennessee, number 2, Reagan Jones. A sophomore setter from Gainesville, Florida, number 5, Trinity Britt. A sophomore defensive specialist from Memphis, Tennessee, number 12, Alia Buffet. A sophomore middle hitter from Birmingham, Alabama, number 15, Lanaya Pumpkin. A graduate student middle blocker from Old Hickory, Tennessee, number 18, Sydney Willis. A sophomore middle blocker from Auburn, Alabama, number 19, Layla Esther. A junior libero from Nashville, Tennessee, number 3, Nyla Gupton. Fisk is coached by Jessica Ingerly. Now, for the Racers, a freshman defensive specialist from Valparaiso, Indiana, number 1, Riley Treese. A redshirt junior middle blocker from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, number 5, Hannah Hopewood. A junior outside hitter from Bessemer, Alabama, number 7, Shamaria DeBose. A junior setter from Columbia City, Indiana, number 9, Savannah Reed. A junior middle blocker from Tampa, Florida, number 11, Gianna Sanfilippo. A graduate student middle blocker from Huntington, Indiana, number 13, Taylor Royce. And a senior libero from Convoy, Ohio, number 6, Bailey Gregory. Racers are coached by Josh Kreiner.
So there are your starters for both Fisk and Northwestern Ohio. Second match of the day as the Racers try to stay above 500 on the season. And for Fisk, trying to get to 18-12 on the year and looking at potentially getting that non-conference record closer to 500 in this 2024 campaign. Right now, though, Fisk would be in the national tournament, winning their conference. You get the auto bid from the conference, and depending upon what conference you're in, you may get a regular season and a postseason bid with a 10-0 record, and I believe that the GCAC and now the HBC UAC is 10 teams deep, so that should mean 2 bids to the national tournament. Fisk wearing navy blue. The Bulldogs take it on Northwestern Ohio, and Coach Kreiner has changed out of the tie and is now wearing his black polo, and it looks like he may have made a mistake when filling out that initial lineup card, as Northwestern Ohio for the first time today will see Chakowski out on the floor. It was supposed to be Taylor Royce, I think, 13 instead of 3. So that's how the Racers will start today. Chakowski will get the start, and in the front row. And for Fisk, it'll be Nyla Gupton out of Nashville, Tennessee, starting at libero in the back line. Alia Bethea serves to get us started in match 2. Fisk against Northwestern Ohio in our second match of the afternoon, and we're off and running from the Schaefer Center. First swing comes from San Filippo, and this attack by Fisk is long. Point Northwestern Ohio, and a 1-0 start for the Racers, who are in white once again in this second match today. Indiana Tech, if I had to guess, will wear pink again in the last match of the triangular. Britt in the air, back row tap is across from Esters. Dubose tip near side, and eventually this will count as it went off the antenna on the return effort from Gupton. UNOH leads 2-0. Madeline Hampton, sophomore setter, and two setters for Northwestern Ohio. An ace for Hampton, and 3-0 start for the official road team in this matchup, although a neutral site match on paper. Northwestern Ohio listed as the road team. Hampton serves into the net, and now 3-1. I can tell you though, if you're a Fisk fan and didn't join us for that first match, Northwestern Ohio got off to a really good start against Indiana Tech, and then the Warriors kind of found their groove. You wonder if the Racers can start hot again in this second match. Outside swing, and Jones is blocked on the far side. Dubose and San Filippo on the rejection. Ali Lopez in for the first time. Southwood High School graduate, Wabash, Indiana, back in her home state. And serving too far past the back line. Point Fisk. Jump serve in from Britt. Outside swing up and over by Martin. Near side of the back line, and this is returned, but wrong side of the antenna by Hampton. Fisk point, and Esters the one who got it across that net line for the Bulldogs. Sophomore Trinity Britt, the setter from Gainesville, Florida. Into the middle, and this time the kill for Saylor is on point. And UNOH back in front by 2. Buffet first touch, outside attack on the slide. That'll hit the net and fall in. Point Fisk. Lanaya Lumpkin with her first kill. And the Bulldogs within 1 early game 1. Another sophomore in Reagan Jones. Two relatively young teams in the grand scheme of things. And this is good for the Fisk point. So good response by this Fisk group after Northwestern Ohio jumps out to the early advantage in game 1. Reagan Jones in. Hampton setting towards the middle. This is tapped off near side, tracked down by Britt. Esters over the top. Colquitt dug out by Gupton. Esters another swing, but pushes it too far. Point Northwestern Ohio. Changes. Royce will come in, as well as Reed. Savannah Reed, junior setter from Columbia City. And some miscommunication there by Fisk. Nobody getting to that second touch. And Reed with the ace for Northwestern Ohio. Low line drive serve. Esters tracks it down. Free ball across from Jones. Colquitt in the middle. Soft tap, spun it off her fingertips and into the middle of the zone of Fisk. Point Racers, and it's 8-5, and a couple more Tech volleyball players re-entering the building. Lumpkin will retie her shoe real quick. Back line kept in by Jones. Esters against the block. It's Colquitt with the rejection, and Northwestern Ohio scored the last 4 points. Reed over. Britt towards the middle. Lumpkin hung up in the air long enough to get the touch across. Martin out. Point for Fisk as Abigail Martin misses on the near side. Martin had 10 kills in that last match, but also had 10 errors. Just looking for a little bit more consistency for Northwestern Ohio. Martin blocked back. It'll be a fourth touch against Northwestern Ohio, and a point for Fisk, back-to-back for the Bulldogs. Here's Lumpkin. Martin drops over the top. Esters returns, and a fourth touch on Fisk, as did not get a hand against those blockers of Northwestern Ohio. Dubose coming back in. And Treese back at the service line. 10-7, game one. Britt to the outside. Altered by Treese, and then Reed runs into Dubose, and it's a Fisk point. Ten to 8, game one. Northwestern Ohio with the advantage currently. Reed setting Dubose, and that one set to the antenna. Point Fisk. A little bit quieter inside this gym when the men's volleyball team's not on the other side pestering. Dubose to the back line. Jones, rather that was Gupton who filled in and got a touch on this attack across. Point Fisk. 3-0 run by the Bulldogs. Serve just too far from Esters, and a point for Northwestern Ohio. That'll bring Gabrielle Huntley back in. Huntley on for Fisk. Jump serve from Gregory made it over. Britt, free ball. Reed down the middle. And the block is home. San Filippo. And now 12-10. Gregory, another strong jump serve. First touch from Gupton. Back line over the top by Huntley. Sanfilippo tip, ball is alive. Britt throwing it down, still not down officially as Royce kept the point going. And that swing is out. Point Northwestern Ohio. (13-10) Racers grab that point, and one that Fisk would certainly like to have back. Gregory, ace. That one pushed Reagan Jones basically to the back line. It was a tough call whether that was in or out. Had her teammates calling it out, but I'm not sure that that one was going to carry past. And a serve goes into the net from Gregory. Fisk point, and the Bulldogs are within 3 in this opening set. Alia Bethay back in serving at the start of this rotation for Fisk. And Sanfilippo comes up short on the swing. Reed needed some help with that touch, and Dubose was the one who was there to at least get it. Reed looked a little bit frustrated, though, coming to this near side after that ball. Better spot to set. Royce over the top. Huntley to the back line. Sanfilippo got a touch. Gupton kept this play going. Rally continues. Sanfilippo in the middle, slowed down by the block. Another chance. This time it's Dubose who snuck it in. Point Racers. 15-12. Good running effort. Kept that point alive for Hampton. Dubose over the top. Britt out wide. And that's good. Reagan Jones' swing falls. 15-13 as we continue to play pretty tight back and forth in this opening set. Long run. Hampton gets to it on a second touch. Dropped over by Saylor. Saylor setting. And you love that if you're Northwestern Ohio. Saylor gets the assist. And Sanfilippo with the kill. Martin back in. And it's Jones to the service line. Or rather, Lopez to the service line. Britt for Jones. Hampton attacks over. Britt going to the middle, and that's tough to stop. When you're giving Lumpkin basically a foot above the net, and she's got a good angle of the court. I don't know how you're going to slow that down if she doesn't have a blocker in her face. Britt serves over. Gregory first touch. Hampton going behind her. Sanfilippo got it. And we continue to play just basically sign-out volleyball at the moment. Both teams trading points. Out to Esther. Back line, good. And Esther's with another kill for Fisk. That brings Trinity Crawford onto the floor. With Reagan Jones back in serving. Jones' jump serve is in. Going outside, down the line, long run. Britt gets to it. Martin got a tip and fell in. And Martin picks up the kill to make it 18-15, Northwestern Ohio. Royce back on. Reed re-enters as well. Reed loft on that serve. First touch came back over, and Colquitt slams it home. Point Northwestern Ohio, and a timeout taken by Fisk. We'll take the break with them, and we'll be back to the Schaefer Center in 1 minute. SummitCitySports.com, 19-15, Northwestern Ohio in the first.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
(19-15), Fisk leading Northwestern Ohio, or Northwestern Ohio leading Fisk, excuse me, in this opening set of action from the Schaefer Center. Game number 2 of the day, and there's Colquitt home for the block once again as the Racers out of the Fisk timeout pick up the point, and Northwestern Ohio leading by 5 in game 1. And this set all of a sudden feels like it's well within reach for Northwestern Ohio. Britt looking out wide, attack comes across from Crawford. Martin, back row, good. And now 21-15. And sometimes when you are unbeaten in conference play and then you get back to the non-conference action with a weekend tournament like this, takes you a while to get back in the groove. You feel so calm and collected against everybody you're seeing in the conference play. Lumpkin soars through the air and grabs the point. 21-16, and it is Lumpkin at the service line for Fisk. Royce high over the top. That's too strong on the return from Crawford. Attack error, point UNOH. Gupton back on. This is Riley Treese. Britt back set, slide opportunity, and Sydney Willis connects on her first kill, I believe, tonight. Or today, I should say. So used to calling night matches. At one of these tournaments, I'm all thrown off. Strong serve, Reed, one-handed set for Royce. And got a touch as that one was going past the back line. Gupton just got her hand on it, and that one was going to go long, although maybe a blocker up front may have grazed that. That was why Gupton was trying to go for it. Britt to the outside. Blockers slow it down. Long run for Britt to keep this point going. Shove across by Huntley. Royce against that block. Tap down good. Sanfilippo, and it is set point 1 for Northwestern Ohio. Gregory, deep serve, and that's all it'll take. 1 set point to end the first. 25-17, set 1 winner for Northwestern Ohio. And the Racers, just like they did against Indiana Tech, win the first set. They're looking for more momentum than they saw in the last match, though. UNOH 1, Fisk nothing. We'll be back in 3 minutes. SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
(25-17), Northwestern Ohio wins the opening set over Fisk as we get you ready for set 2 action from the Schaefer Center. SummitCitySports.com. I'm Jaron Matheny, glad to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. UNOH falling to Indiana Tech in our first match of the day in 4 sets. We will have another 45-minute break in between this match and the start of our final match of the day between Tech and Fisk. Slated for 4 p.m., but we will not start by then. Probably looking at closer to 5 o'clock at the earliest to start our final match of the day. Get everybody into position, and the libero's on the floor. And we'll start set 2. Gregory serves in. Britt set into the middle, and the swing down from Sydney Willis is good. 1-0 Bulldogs to start set 2. Nyla Gupton, junior libero from Nashville, Tennessee, playing in her hometown for Fisk. DuBose on the outside, had to drop it over the top. Britt sends it across. Jones. And it is a net violation against Northwestern Ohio. Trouble with that serve. Gregory free ball high over the top. Britt back set. Lumpkin, good. Lanaya Lumpkin having herself a nice match so far for Fisk. And it is a 3-0 start for the Bulldogs in set 2. This serve too far. Now 3-1. The changes for Northwestern Ohio. We'll bring Hampton back in. Lumpkin outside, too strong, no touch. And it is a Racers point. Hampton picks up the ace. At the middle blocker, Esther's in the back row for Fisk, and that can be a bit of a challenge. They have the libero and one defensive specialist in Bethea, and that is where that defensive lineup ends for Fisk and has caused some problems early here today. Jones attacks cross court and out, and the last 4 points have all been scored by Northwestern Ohio. Britt over on 2. Hampton into the middle. Sanfilippo couldn't put it away. And Reagan Jones in return does for Fisk. Trinity Britt. And too far. Just a little bit too much air underneath that serve, and Britt a little bit frustrated with herself after that one. Lopez back on, and Martin re-enters as well. This is Ali Lopez serving for the first time in game 2. Lumpkin, and that's going to be a lift. Or double contact. Either way, that is a point for Fisk, and it's 5-all. Buffet checks out, and this is Jones now serving. Just off the tape in front of Lopez, and down point Fisk on the Jones ace. quick set. Ball does make its way back across. Sanfilippo couldn't put it away. Jones will from the back line. Sophomore outside hitter Reagan Jones, listed at 5'10". Got good vertical from that back line. Martin down the line. Gupton to it. Free ball back. Into the middle, Saylor. That's true. Point Racers. Huntley on for Jones. Taylor Royce serving for the first time today. And that is Royce in the back row who pops it up. And Colquitt, 2 touches. Point Fisk. Saylor, back-to-back nice swings for Elias Saylor, and the point for Northwestern Ohio. Continue to play good back and forth in the opening stages of set 2. Long run, Esters tracks it down. And then the block. Chakowski gets the point for Northwestern Ohio. We saw her come in and start this match because of a mistake by Coach Kreiner filling out his lineup, but Chakowski in there now and in the front row making an impact. Good adjustment by Crawford, and she picks up this kill. 9-8 Fisk. And this is Esters back in serving for the Bulldogs. First touch over and out, and an ace for Esters. Fisk now leading by 2 in set 2. Reed setting down the middle. Martin swipes off far side. Britt for Crawford. That hit the antenna. Didn't make it over, so it won't matter, but it's an attack error either way. Freshman Treese in at Gupton. Britt for a back row swing. Esters back row. Dubose swing is good. Watch out, Hannah. Dubose point. Hannah Tyke was walking across and nearly got taken out as that ball came up into the seats. Britt sets over on 2. Good extension by Reed, and then Dubose is blocked. Fisk point, and Willis is there on the stuff. So Bethea checks in to serve. And Jones will enter in place of Huntley. Bad angle to try and angle that ball back across on touch 3. Dubose really didn't have a chance as that one was in line with the net. Service error, and now 12-11. Gregory once again serves across. Britt setting down the middle. Block was home. Joust kept alive by Dubose as Treese gets it across. Britt swipes over. Dubose. Roll, and Esther got to it. Jones did not clear. And it's 12 all. Upton first touch, and Britt, Jones, and Esters, nobody got there. Nobody calling for help to get to that ball, or at least not loud enough where we could hear it up here. Ace, 14-12, and we may see a Fisk timeout potentially. Oh, just off the tape from Gregory, doesn't make it over. And now 14-13 as Fisk still within 1. High in the air, free ball back across and out from Chakowski. '29th point of this set. And San Filippo, the kill to put Northwestern back ahead. Hampton down the line at Esters. Britt setting for Jones in the middle. Has to go over the top with a swing. And we've got a net violation called against Northwestern Ohio. Big time college football games today. Alabama looks like they're going to escape against South Carolina. Service error here. Or maybe not. South Carolina just recovered the onside kick with 40 seconds left, so hold everything there. The Iowa offense, somebody woke up the Hawkeyes. Shout out Tim Lester, former head coach at Western Michigan. He's now the OC at Iowa. They scored 40 points today against Washington. That feels like a long time coming for Iowa. Britt going out wide to Esters. Lopez pushes it in the air. Dropped over the top by Martin. Jones slowed down by some blocker hands. Outside swing is in. Saylor, 17-15. And Fisk is going to take a timeout, so we'll take the break with them. We'll be back in 1 minute to the Schaefer Center here on SummitCitySports.com. 17-15 with UNOH in front of Fisk. And we'll be back right after this break.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
(17 to 15), Northwestern Ohio leading Fisk, and we're back with game 2. Lumpkin off the block and in. Down the middle, Sailor swing, and this is against Fisk on the violation. Alabama does end up surviving and beating South Carolina by 2. This 3:30 window coming up is a big one here today. Outside for Esters, and her attack just goes out on the near side, and Northwestern Ohio up by 3 and trying to take a 2-0 lead. Here's Taylor Royst from my hometown, Huntington, Indiana, just down the road about 30 minutes. High in the air, Royst angles outside. Gupton skies it, Britt for Esters. Colquitt's there on the block. Huntley off the tape over. Lopez set across. Hampton sets out. And Martin attack air. (19-17), Northwestern Ohio in front. Lumpkin serve. And just kept it live in front of the bench for Northwestern Ohio. Britt back set. Good extension, keeps this rally going. Colquitt can't reach it on the set from Hampton, and Fisk has back-to-back points. Serve just out from Lumpkin on the far side, and she'll be replaced by Gupton. High serve across and over from Reed. Crawford, big swing, plants it off the block and good. Just didn't make it over. Service error, and it's too tight down the stretch here for either side to be making mistakes from the service line, and yet both teams struggling just a little bit. Britt to the outside. This attack is into the net from Willis, and Fisk does have a timeout remaining, down by 3 at the moment. Britt pushes out wide. Crawford, good. 22-20. Reed goes behind Chakowski, back to Colquitt. Gregory takes the swing. Quickly into the middle for Crawford. And Chakowski tried to just keep it alive with a touch, but it's a Fisk point, 22-21. Ace. And Bethea ties it at 22. Colquitt tip. Jones down the line, but just out on the near side. A little bit of a break for Northwestern Ohio. Dubose on the outside. Britt for Jones. Over the top. Kept alive. Dubose two-hand push. Rally continues. And that is out. No touch. Point Northwestern Ohio. And it is now set point for UNOH. Jones, big swing. It'll be set point 2. Set point 2, Fisk serve with Gupton. Reed setting in the middle. Sanfilippo blocked initially. Chakowski blocked as well, and we're tied at 24. Gupton serves across. This is good. Sanfilippo, 25-24, and once again, set point for Northwestern Ohio. This one, though, coming in overtime and with no cushion behind it. Hampton to serve. Britt for Lumpkin. Up against the block and good. Point Fisk. Overtime continues. Hampton getting down to set this ball. Jones snuck it up against the block. Point Fisk. And now set point for the Bulldogs. Little runner. Britt for Lumpkin in the middle. And Fisk has won set 2 after Northwestern Ohio had 2 chances at set point. Couldn't close it out. And we head to the third set, tied up at 1. SummitCitySports.com will be back in 3 minutes with set 3 action from the Schaefer Center.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
(27-25), Fisk with the win in set 2, and that ties us up here at the Schaefer Center. One set apiece between Northwestern Ohio and Fisk. Jaron Matheny for SummitCitySports.com. Glad to be with you on this Saturday afternoon as we're back here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fisk making the journey up north. And coming back from down in that set to tie us at 1. And Bethea starts the third set with an ace. Looking outside, Taylor Royst. High shot over the top. Into the middle for Crawford. All the way back over and in. Reed sets. And Sanfilippo is blocked. 2-0 Bulldogs. Bethea, another ace. And if you're Northwestern Ohio right now, you're just feeling a little bit like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Not what happened against Indiana Tech. Because this is how the Warriors started the following set after they picked up set 2 Dubose popped up by Gupton. Britt to it. Jones swing down the line and good. And Fisk has found a little bit of mojo in set 3. Look at Gupton in the back row, bouncing up and down. Reed angles back for DeBose. Britt out. Jones again. Got swatted back. Esters. DuBose. Block is home again. DuBose another swing and she's blocked. Unbelievable from Sydney Willis. 5-0 Fisk. Free ball back across. Britt out again. Willis after the block goes to the slide, picks up the kill, and for Coach Kreiner right now, this would be a spot to take a timeout. 6-0 to start for Fisk. And Bethea continues to serve in. Needed it, and they got it. San Filippo. Fisk is without one of their opposites today, and grad student Anaya Duncan from Houston, Texas. Brett into the middle, swing over from Willis. This one over and out, good read by Jones. 7-1 Bulldogs. Red River Rivalry Day at the Texas State Fair between Texas and Oklahoma. That game about to kick off here on one of the best Saturdays for college football this season. That return is too strong, and it is 8-1 Fisk. Hampton set up the attack. Britt goes over on 2. DuBose, good adjustment. And she'll swing down for the kill. Shamaria DuBose, junior from Alabama. And you look at the roster for Fisk, and with a couple of Alabama players on there, you wonder if saw each other during the course of their high school volleyball seasons. Esther's free ball. Britt out for Jones. Rolled it over the top. Gregory set. Martin swing. Another chance. Lumpkin can't terminate. Outside, just inside the antenna to keep this point alive. Jones rolls again. Hampton to Martin. Esther's little two hands on the dig tap over. Point continues. Jones against the block with the win. And that makes it 9-2 in favor of Fisk. Everybody taking a breath after that last point, and we'll get a wet spot wiped up off the floor in the process, as well as Hampton seems to be working out her right shoulder a little bit before this point continues. 9-2 Bulldogs. Britt serving out of the brief pause. Everybody catching their breath after that last rally. Saylor in the middle, slowed down, swing comes across. Look like Esters. Won't matter. Martin with the stopper, and a much needed stopper for Northwestern Ohio. Britt back setting. Lumpkin rolls down and good. 10-3. This is Reagan Jones. Just off the tape on that serves. Comes back over, and on the overpass, terminated by Trinity Crawford. Senior from Fort Worth is playing well today. 11-3 Fisk. Colquitt on the tip. Crawford turns and fires, but fires into the block. Point Northwestern Ohio. Down the line, that is in. Esther's point, swing, and that ball looked like it came from the wrong side of the antenna. And that's what Gregory's going to go talk with the head official about. Now the line judge will come over as well. Both of them will. Only problem with that is the down judge is right in front of that too. So everybody's going to get together and discuss this last swing. And right now, the Racers are hoping they catch a little bit of a break here at the moment, as all four officials get together with Lumpkin getting ready to serve. 12-4 as it stands right now in favor of Fisk. But everybody getting together to discuss whether that ball was on the inside or the outside of the antenna when it got returned over. No change in point. And it is a Fisk point to make it 12-4. Lumpkin ace. 13-4 Bulldogs. And again, for Coach Kreiner, this could be an opportunity to take a timeout and try and reset your team. It just don't look like everything's on the same page right now for UNOH. Colquitt out. We got a whistle beforehand, though, and a net violation against Fisk. Britt, slide for Crawford. Soft touch. And this is a Fisk point. And I didn't see who they called that violation on against Northwestern Ohio. Head official didn't give a number. Dubose down the line. Britt got to it. Crawford winds up and picks up the kill. 15-5. Fisk and Northwestern Ohio going to take a timeout. We'll take the break with them. All Fisk here in set 3 and a 15-5 advantage for the Bulldogs over the Racers. We'll be back in 1 minute the Schaefer Center here in Fort Wayne.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Bulldogs with a 10-point lead and 10 points to get to win set 3. It is 15-5 in this third set in favor of Fisk. 16-5. Esther serves up an ace out of the UNOH timeout. Indiana Tech fans that may be tuning in, we're going to be looking at closer to 5 o'clock for our first serve. Again, 5 o'clock for our final game tonight. That's in. Got a touch and an ace. It went off the foot, it looked like, of Dubose, and another ace for Esters. And it is all Bulldogs here in the third. Reed back to Colquitt. That one finds a home and a much-needed point for Northwestern Ohio. Got some fans who are a little bit chilly inside the Schaefer Center today. See some blankets throughout the crowd. Crawford attack came back over, and that is a fourth touch against Fisk. Point Northwestern Ohio. Trying to tap down was Willis, but can't find the right spot. Point Northwestern Ohio, and a little bit of a run now for the Racers. Over the top. But we've got contact with the net first against Fisk. A few too many mistakes right now for the Bulldogs, as they had played a pretty clean sheet of volleyball in the third. Jones, big pop off her right hand, slowed down by Gregory. And then the return fire by Dubose is in. Reagan Jones gets the point back. Gupton serving for Fisk. High in the air, out left side. Attack comes over the top and good. The Sailor has picked up 5 or so kills in this match. Indiana Tech gonna go get ready to stretch themselves out on the track up top as they wait for this 4th set to get started. End of set 3 right now, and at the moment, Northwestern Ohio in a little bit of trouble. Sanfilippo with the kill, and Gupton was going to get to that ball, but it got re-angled, re-altered, and the ricochet took it to the back line. Still down 7, but slowly working at this lead. Lumpkin, too strong, and Northwestern Ohio's had a little bit of a response. And we'll see a Fisk timeout because of it. Bulldogs trying to get locked back in. It is 19-13. Fisk leading Northwestern Ohio in the 3rd set. We'll be back with the rest of the 3rd set after this.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Back inside the Schaefer Center, and we continue with this 3rd set, 19-13, Fisk in front as Jones goes over the top. Jones 10 kills, Lumpkin 10 kills to lead the way for Fisk so far. Gregory setting out. Britt for Jones. That's her 11th kill. Point Fisk. And now 20-13 Bulldogs. Fisk as a team hitting 160 currently compared to 163 for Northwestern Ohio. Sanfilippo with 9 kills leading the attack of the Racers. Both teams 1 timeout remaining in this 3rd set. Fisk 5 points trying to track down here. Ball rolls down the net line and across. Lumpkin, too much juice, and Lopez dives out of the way. Indiana High School girls soccer and boys soccer sectional finals being played today across the state and here in Northeast Indiana as well. Ball coming back across. Britt for Lumpkin in the middle. That's true. And now 21-14 Fisk. Nearly took out somebody in that front row. Reagan Jones serves across. 1 touch on a back set. Down the middle, Esters, too strong. Point Northwestern Ohio, makes it 21-15. Savannah Reed on for UNOH. Esther's got a touch off the hand of Gregory as Lopez was in line for the touch. Tough to communicate that. It's in a split second to make that decision, whether you've got somebody behind you or not for that third touch. Outside down the line, popped up by Lumpkin as Britt sets out again for Esther's. That's good. Rather, Trinity Crawford instead of Esther's. Point Fisk, and 2 points to get for the Bulldogs to take set 3. It's Lumpkin with a jump serve over. Down the middle, Colquitt couldn't put it away. Crawford across. Colquitt against the block, still alive. This is Esther's down the line. And that'll find the back wall. Point Racers. Good effort from both teams before that point officially went down. It's 23-16. Fisk leading in the third set. Another wet spot to wipe out on the floor here at the Schaefer Center. Fisk has been in control since the start of this third set. They have not trailed here in set 3 for even a point. And we are back to action now. Overpass, Dubose dumps in. 23-17, Northwestern Ohio not going away. Ace. Treese, the ace, and Fisk, despite having a 5-point lead here in set 3, is forced to take another timeout. We'll take the break with them, and we'll be back to the Schaefer Center in 1 minute. 1 minute pause, and we're back after this. SummitCitySports.com.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
(23-18), Fisk leads Northwestern Ohio in the third set of action from the Schaefer Center, and it is Treese serving out of Fisk's final timeout. Dubose over the top, Gupton is to it. Britt setting into the middle for Crawford. Rather, that's Willis who swings over. That was the Crawford touch back across. Britt. Out to Crawford. Angle comes back. Crawford bats it. Joust sent down by Willis, but not out. Shoved by Britt on the push. And just out from Dubose. Set point for Fisk. Esters serves, set point 1 for the Bulldogs. And serves into the net. See at least set point 2. Britt, back row. Esters had to stay flat-footed and attacks wide and out. Northwestern Ohio point. Fisk set point 3. Slide. Willis got the touch and the point, and Fisk wins the third set, 25-20 over Northwestern Ohio. 2-1 match lead now for the Bulldogs, and we'll step aside, come back in 3 minutes. SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a warrior. Go Warriors.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
And ready for set 4 from the Schaefer Center as Fisk leads Northwestern Ohio 2-1. 2-1. Checking out some of your stats from this one. Northwestern Ohio hitting just 156 for the match, but just 148 on the other side for Fisk. 11 kills for Jones, 11 kills for Lumpkin, and 8 for Willis. Esters also has 6, and Crawford with 7. Really spread out attack for Fisk so far today. San Filippo with 9 kills, and that leads the way for Northwestern Ohio. 15 more digs for Fisk in this one. 2 more blocks for Northwestern Ohio. But again, attack percentages about the same so far. And now set 4 underway. It's Gregory serving to begin the 4th. Rolled up on the arms of Bethea, still able to get it across. Reed down the middle, and San Filippo, that's kill number 10. And the first to reach double digits on the stat sheet for Northwestern Ohio. Jones. Now let's do Bose on the return over the top at. That was Gupton who got the first touch, and this is a Fisk point. Sydney Willis kill. Back-to-back points for Fisk. Gupton will actually get credit for this one. Soft tip, and San Filippo's there again. Britt for Esters. Her swing is short. Attack air to make it 3-2. Long run for Britt. She does get to this touch. Jones on the outside sneaks it through a block. And good. Nice effort from Hampton at the end there to try and keep the point alive. But it is a Fisk point, and the Bulldogs leading 2-1. We are tied at 3 in game 4. Again, for Indiana Tech fans, it'll be a 45-minute break in between the end of this match and the start of the next one. San Filippo, good. Good effort from Britt there. Tried to extend that right foot out to kick the ball and put it high in the air and see if he can't do something from there. This is Lopez. Just out. Just missed the line on this near side as Crawford comes back in. Set to the outside. Gupton skies it. Crawford swing. Rolled it off a blocker hand and good. And the Bulldogs take a lead. Some Indiana Tech fans starting to come in. Now they're going to have to wait a little while still before we get to that Tech match. San Filippo with a tip. Crawford outside swing. And Martin is blocked. Eskers was there with Lumpkin. It'll be Eskers who gets credit. Eskers keeps it alive. Britt angles back line for Jones. And that's down as Lopez goes sliding towards that padding on the back wall. Good thing there is some padding there. Coach Kreiner is going to get issued another yellow card, and he's wondering why. Well, Coach, he's continuing to complain. And we'll get a redo of this point. And he's continuing to talk now, too. It's probably time to just go sit down and worry more about what's going on with the team as opposed to the officials. Hampton back set. Sanfilippo. That hits the antenna on the swing from Eskers, Point, Northwestern Ohio. I'm hoping that they'll decide just to do a 35-minute break in between the next match and not 45 minutes. Again, it'd be good prep for the national tournament for both these teams that hope they're going to get there in Tech and Fisk. That swing is long. Now 7-6. As the Warriors continue with their warm-up. Sanfilippo serve in, Britt near side, and that attack is into the net. Point Northwestern Ohio makes it 7-7. That's good, just inside the back line for Lumpkin to pick up the point. Upton back to the sideline. This is Lumpkin's turn to serve in the rotation. Rolled off the blocker hands. In the middle for Willis. Lumpkin, Britt, Crawford off the block and in. Point Fisk. Should say off the block and out for the point. Nonetheless, it is a Fisk point, 9-7. Lumpkin serves too far. Gupton back on. Reed serve. Willis eyeing that ball on the outside. Lopez long run to get there. Punch across. Willis on the slide. Now a push to the back corner by Reed. Soft touch. Chance to reset. Block is there. Willis denies the swing from Colquitt. 10-8, Fisk leads in the fourth. Colquitt tip. Britt for Crawford. Royst on the outside, just got it over. And contact at the net. Point Fisk. As that was Colquitt who made and just grazed the net. Just too far past the back line. Point Northwestern Ohio as Esther serves too far. – 11-9 in favor of Fisk. Britt out Willis. DuBose taps it back over. Crawford came up short. Attack air. And she's frustrated after that swing. 11-10 Fisk. Overpass. And that's good for DuBose. And we're even at 11. DuBose up against the block. Royst on the outside, off the block and out. Point Racers. And a timeout taken by Fisk as Northwestern Ohio grabs a 1-point advantage in the fourth set. We will step aside and be back in 1 minute. 1 minute timeout, and then back to the Schaefer Center. Racers take the lead in set 4.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
To 11, Northwestern Ohio leading Fisk as we continue with fourth set action from the Schaefer Center. Huntley able to get it across. A little bit shaky out of the timeout for Fisk, but there's the block to grab the point anyway. Gupton tried to stick that foot out. Buffet first touch. Britt high in the air, back row, good. Eskers finds the back line. Indiana Tech just waiting to get on the floor and start stretching. Gupton, ace, as she dropped it right in front of her counterpart in the libero position in Gregory. Reed down the middle. Sanfilippo was blocked, and then it went off her head on the way back. Point Fisk. And now we'll get a Northwestern Ohio timeout. 15-13, Fisk leading the Racers in this fourth set. Both teams with one timeout remaining. We will be back in 1 minute to the Schaefer Center, SummitCitySports.com.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Back live out of the Northwestern Ohio timeout as Dubose attacks over. It's Jones on the near side. Touch comes back across for Fisk. Bethay to Jones. Straight down the line and good. And a little bit of help from Coach Enderly with that kill. And I think she shouted exactly what zone they wanted Jones to go to with that swing. And it is a point for Fisk. Trying to close it out in 4 sets potentially here against Northwestern Ohio. Royst, the tip. Britt over the top. On the back line, just snuck in from Sanfilippo. 16-14 Bulldogs. Sanfilippo has been used a lot here today. Britt calls for it. Jones drops it over the top. And that is in for another Racer point. Serves long, good read on that back row. Point for Fisk. Sanfilippo, Gupton digs. Set to the outside for Jones. Into the bench, and crashing into the scores table was Hampton. And she's laughing about it, so she must be okay. She says she's fine, just needs a second. And she's back to her feet. (18-15), Fisk with the lead. Hampton check her arms as she hit the scores table pretty hard. She's going to be all right. They'll push the scores table back into place after the fact. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. We're getting into the late stages of this fourth set. Jones, big swing and kill. Low line drive serve from Britt into the middle. Sanfilippo is blocked back by Lumpkin. And Northwestern Ohio will be forced to take a timeout. 20-15, Fisk with the lead. 5 points to get for the Bulldogs as they're trying to win in 4 sets over Northwestern Ohio.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Britt serves out of the timeout as we are back here on SummitCitySports.com. 20-15, Fisk with the lead, and miscommunication for Northwestern Ohio. That drops in for a Fisk point, and the Racers will have some things to work out as they head back to Lima. Not quite over yet, but those are the type of plays that can just break your spirit. Hampton for Dubose. That is in front of the back line as Gopton tried to slide over to it. (21-16), Fisk with the lead currently. Lopez serves over the top. Outside, Esker sneaks it through the blockers. And the Bulldogs just need 3 points. Long run. Martin comes across. Crawford, not quite. Good dig from Hampton. Keeps this rally going for the moment. And the net violation against Northwestern Ohio. And you wonder how much Hampton is shaken up right now after hitting the scorer's table. She looks like she's in a little bit of pain at the moment. Says she's fine. And Coach Kreiner off his stool a little bit too late. Point Racers, 23-17. Hampton says she's fine still. Sanfilippo serves in. Lumpkin. And it's match point for Fisk. So just like in the first match today, Northwestern Ohio got off to a good start. 1-1. But they just have not had that same ferociousness for the rest of the match. And Lumpkin picks up the ace, and Fisk picks up the win. 4 sets, Fisk a winner over Northwestern Ohio as the Bulldogs hit 147 in this match hit 179 in this match compared to 147 for Northwestern Ohio. Racers led by San Filippo with 13 kills. 16 kills for Jones, 13 for Lumpkin, and 10 for Willis as Fisk gets the 3-1 victory over Northwestern Ohio. We'll step aside, 45-minute break, and we'll come back with that different stream link at about 5:15 for our final match of the day. SummitCitySports.com, I'm Jared Matheny. We'll be back in about 45 minutes. Again, we'll have a new stream link. It's ready and available now, and we'll bring you that coverage once we get back with Fisk taking on Indiana Tech. Winner will take this triangular on this Saturday, October 12th.
It's really important for freshmen to realize you get out of college what you put into it. If you dedicate yourself to your classes and to your projects and to what you're doing in college, you're going to have a really great experience here.
I wish someone would have told me my freshman year that it's important to prioritize, knowing what's important, what's not important, knowing what I need to do opposed to what I want to do.
The two things that I think all freshmen should know is buy a parking permit so you don't rack up a bunch of fines and tickets, and also make sure you go to class, because it seems like a good idea when you're skipping, but then it's not worth it in the end when you fail the test or don't turn in homework.
As an international student, my advice for the freshmen is to not be afraid to make friends, because your friends here will end up being your family away from home.
Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to put on, anything that you want to showcase on campus, you can. There's always people around to help you do what you want to do here.
Make sure that you always take time for yourself to make sure that you're okay, because college can be very overwhelming as far as like schoolwork and friends and sports and just like everyday life. Always just make sure that you get what you need to get done.
It's important to have a relationship with your professors because you become more personable with them. You start to engage in the material more. They can give you recommendations, especially once you get out of college. You definitely want to put them down as like references. And if you have a better personal relationship, it just makes the whole learning experience go smoothly.
Fisk will take on Indiana Tech in our next match of the day, and that's going to come up in 35 minutes. It's a 35-minute break in between instead of 45 minutes. So just wanted to give you that heads up before we sign off here on this stream. We'll be back on that next live stream link here in the next half hour, and our first serve should be right about 5:10. That's what the screen will look like when we're live on our next link with coverage of our final match of the day between Indiana Tech and Fisk. That's coming up half hour from now. For SummitCitySports.com, I'm Jared Matheny. We'll see you for our final match of the day after this half-hour break.